everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing, what is going on with my hair? I'm going to be doing this makeup look. When I posted on my Instagram page about asking what videos you guys want to see, someone asked me to see one of my most requested client looks. So this is pretty much one of my most requested looks. It's like the kind of gold cut crease with the browns, you know. I feel like this is like literally one of the most requested looks I've ever done. So yeah, I thought today I would do a pretty kind of in-depth video on how I do this look. You definitely can make it more dramatic, which I've done today, or you can also make it like less dramatic as well, which I will explain during the video. Yeah, I'm pretty obsessed with how this turned out actually. I really like it. If I'm not in focus, I'm really sorry. But yeah, so pretty much I'm going to be showing you how I do this eye look and my base as well, and what products I use, etc, etc. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. And thank you to Cooper.Anise for requesting this video. Okay, so to start off with, I'm taking the Mario Badescu spray and I'm just spraying this all over my face. I just feel like this gives like a nice, like it just makes your skin feel like plumped and hydrated and just really good. So spray that all over, kind of rub it in a little bit but not too much. Then I'm just going to go in with my eyebrows. So I'm taking the brow gel from Inglot in the shade 16. So I either use this or I use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, depending on what sort of brow my client wants. I thought today I would do a more defined brow as the look that I'm going for is more dramatic, but I either use one or the other depending on what sort of style people want. The powders are easier for a more fluffier, softer brow, and then the gel's better for a more defined, full glam brow. Then I'm going to be taking the P. Louise eye base in the shade Rumor, and I'm going to be using this to carve out underneath my brows and use as an eye base. I've literally been obsessed with this primer recently. I don't know what it is, but not primer, but like eye base. I'm just obsessed with it. I literally use it for every single look, even more soft glam looks. I feel like it just blends everything so well. Now I'm just going to be taking some shades from Makeup Geek. Actually, no, I lied. I'm taking the Inglot individual eyeshadows in 305 and 304 mixed together, and I'm packing this pretty much all over my lid, but mainly I want the darkest part through my crease, because by having the darkest part through the crease, when you go to do the cut crease, it's going to look more defined and more dramatic. Now, as I said in the beginning, I will tell you how to do it like as more of a soft look. I would mainly focus the darker color in the outer third of the eye, and I would softly bring it in towards the inner corner, but I wouldn't be doing it as dark as I am now. Just that will give it a bit more of a softer finish. Now I'm just going to be blending this out with the two shades from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which are Henna and Cocoa mixed together, and I'm just going to be blending the outer edges out. As I said before, yeah, if I wanted this to be more softer, I just wouldn't have a darker color in the inner part of my eye. Now I'm just taking the P. Louise palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade P. Louise, which is like a mustardy yellow, and I'm just kind of brushing this out of, like, kind of just brushing it over the top, just to blend everything together, and it also just kind of gives it a little bit more of color. Now to cut the crease, so I'm just taking the 94 gel liner from Inglot, and I'm using a brush that is now discontinued, so I don't know what I'm going to do once these brushes kind of go a bit funny on me. But basically I'm just doing a line as like straight and as sharp as I possibly can through my crease. As you can see, like where I've done that darker color underneath, it's really helped to like make that look super sharp and super defined and like really there, whereas if I'd done like the lighter shades, if I wanted it to be more softer, it wouldn't look as defined and it wouldn't look as sharp. Okay, so now that I've come to the end of the cut crease, I wipe one side of the brush onto my hand, which basically has zero product on it. I then start to push the product towards the cut crease, which then catches a little bit of the eyeshadow and brings it in, which gradually starts to blend it towards it already. And then we can go over it with some eyeshadow later. I'm now taking the pigments in the shade Gatsby from Peaches and Cream and 124 from Inglot mixed together, and I'm packing this all over the lid, just making sure that I'm getting it all over the lid and not anywhere else. Then I take the shades 304 and 305 again mixed together, and I'm just patting this all on the outer corner to blend the two together. My good lord, that was a mouthful, and I hope it kind of makes sense. I think it will, but yeah, any questions, just leave them below. Then I'm just taking the Inglot gel liner in 77 and I'm just lining my lash line, and then I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Noir eyeshadow and blending the outer corner out with a bit of black, and just to soften that lash line liner. Okay, now for some falsies. So these are one of my favorite lashes at the moment, the Holy Grail Sugar lashes. Honestly, I'm obsessed with them. They're probably one of my favorite styles from them. They're so fluffy and super long and dramatic, and honestly, I'm just really obsessed with them. So I'm just sticking these on with the Huda Beauty Lash Glue in the shade Black Tone. Literally one of the best lash glues, hands down. Then I'm just cleaning up underneath because I'm a bit messy and I get a lot of fallout. What can you do? Then to start with the rest of the face, I'm taking just a little bit of lip balm because my lips were a bit dry. That's just the MAC lip conditioner. For my base, I'm going to be taking, for primer, sorry, I'm going to be taking the Benefit Matte Rescue. Just popping this in my T-zone. When I'm doing this on clients, I do tend to use a brush, but because it's on myself, I use my fingers. And then I like to go in. Ow, I just got like electrocuted by my charger. Ooh. I then like to go in with the MAC Strobe Cream, normally with Peach Light, but I didn't have any, so I've got in with Gold Light, and I'm just popping this all over my face. Okay, now everyone knows what my favorite foundation is, the Too Faced Born This Way. I love it, so this is what I use on everyone. And I'm just going to be blending this in with a beauty blender, just blending it out all over my face, making sure that everywhere is nice and even. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it just gives such a nice flawless finish. For concealer, I take the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard, and I'm just popping this under my eyes, down my nose, and on my forehead as well, and just blending that out with one of the smaller Dirty 30 sponges. Actually, no, I don't do that because I couldn't find one, and I couldn't be bothered to go and clean one, so I just used my large one. But normally on clients I use the small ones just because people don't like a big sponge coming towards their eyeball, so it's easier with the small ones. I then just bake under my eyes and in my laugh lines with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm kind of pushing it into the skin though, I'm not leaving too much powder on top. Then to cream contour, I'm taking the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Cool Almond, which is like my favorite color ever, and I'm obsessed with this. It just looks so good. Love it. Then I'm setting my face with the Australis Fresh and Flawless in the shade Darkest Brown. Again, one of my favorite powders. I tell this to everyone, even if this powder cost me $80, I would still purchase it because I love it that much. I'm then just taking the Hoola by Benefit bronzer to further contour my face. I do put this down my nose as well. And then take the MAC Give Me Sun as usual because it's one of my favorite shades, and just popping this, you know, in the usual spots that we always put it in. For blush, I take the Warm Soul by MAC and also the Balm Hot Mama. Yes, that's one that I was looking for. Just to give a nice flush to the face. Like the Balm one is like a nice like luminizing glow. It looks really pink in the pan, but it's not unless you really, really pack it on. And for highlighter, the MAC Oh Darling is one of my favorites at the moment. I just love the color of it. I just think it's such a nice, pretty shade. I'm obsessed with it. Then basically what I do after this is I just go back in with the same colors that I used on the top of my eye on the bottom. With obviously starting with the darkest first, so putting that right underneath and then blending those out into the lighter shades. I do also put a bit of black liner in my waterline, but I just use the Inglot Kohl pencil in, I think it's 01, which is the black, just because sometimes the gel liner is too black and I feel like just a soft black kind of looked nice. For inner corner, I'm taking MAC Vanilla Pigment, again, one of my favorites at the moment. Bloody obsessed with it. This mascara is the Clara Cosmetics one, like Totally Lashed Out I think it's called, and it's actually really good. I love it. I use this every day. For lips, I'm taking the NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural as usual again. And then I'm taking MAC Honey Love. For some reason when I put this on, it looked a little bit pink, so I did add just like a tiny little bit of concealer in the middle of my lip and just blended that out, and it just dyed it down a little bit and made it more nude, which I loved. Then for setting spray, I'm taking, of course, Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray and spraying this all over my face because it just feels like nice and refreshing. Like, I actually don't know if setting spray works, but it just feels good. And yeah, here we have the completed look. If you liked it, then please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of gave you a little insight on how I do my most requested client look. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe because it means a lot to me. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye!